ready for the Australian National Anthem. Here at Mars Stadium on the new court. First time a grand final has been played on this court this year, and we're really looking forward to this game. Really exciting. Let's just, as I said, let's hope the weather holds out, and also so the girls high amount of fake tan has been applied to both teams, so if it rains too much we might see a little bit of that running. Against Gina McCartan.
Yeah, that's it.
And it looks like Darley will start with the ball, heading towards the stadium end, and we're off. Back pass straight away, back to Blackman. Nice short pass to McCormack. Gone to ground straight away, which is interesting in this wet conditions. Most probably not the ideal thing, creates a heavy ball. Offside, we think that is. Monique Nagel, Ailish McCormick, Brodie Hutchinson just starving Ailish of some space. Good contest ball there. Grace Markovic contact call. See the ball go up. Poppy Douglas from North Ballarat City. Under 19s Victorian team this year, also under 17s Australian player. And part of Casey Demons. And the first goal's on board by Maddie Salmon. So North get the instant break. So straight away, players are tending to go backwards. Ideally, we would like players to go down the court. So just need to get the hips and shoulders around so they can get some vision. Markovic out to play for the second time. And a contact call in the circle. Bit of a coach killer there. Maddie Salmon knows she did it. Let's do a bit of work to get that back to Markovic. Now to McCormick. Contact call on Hutchison. Uniforms not dissimilar apart from the red, so it'll be really interesting to see if it does have an effect on the players and whether they actually can throw to the wrong player occasionally. So Hicks has been a sensation for Darley this year. Been a real delight to have in our league. Plays in the Northern Netball League as well and won a grand final there recently. So stepping call. Pat's just taking the space away from her. Georgia Pat's extremely experienced player. So that'll be one of the most exciting matches up today, and as well as the one with Douglas on Markovic. I think that'll be a really interesting battle as well. Douglas choosing to go back. The general Stacey Matthews using that ball around. Just a misfeed there by Douglas, with the two defenders dropping back on Salmon, just causing that confusion on the feed. Good hands over. Nice contest to the ball. Turnover from the side. Sideline ball throw in. No real structure on that sideline play. It's when you like to have structure when it's this wet outside. Ball's not going to be as free-flowing as it is on a dry match. It's looking pretty dark here, so we might be a mixture of sun and rain, I think, here today. So Salmon popping in the second goal for Ballarat, from North Ballarat. Markovic very active at the moment in the game. Patch with another turnover. Just the feed coming in as it starts to get a light sprinkle of rain. Nice crowd building here too. Supporters from both sides. Playing the sides. Getting it back into the centre channel where you want the ball most of the time. Tilly Elliott just getting caught a little bit behind. Just needs to get her feet around so she has that front position. So Salmon drops her third goal for the game. So it's 3-0. Interesting straight away. Darley have gone a 2-on-1 on the centre passes against Douglas, meaning Stacey McCartan is free. Contest in the air, so turnover ball. Centre court going with the Ridgy Ditch to break that open. Stanley up high. Out to Nagel. Another low ball. Interesting that with being so wet whether you go to ground again. Undisciplined penalty there, which most probably didn't need to occur, seeing the ball was in the ring. Contact call. Rain's starting to come down quite heavy now. Let's just hope that it passes as quickly as what the other hairy showers. And that's Darley on the board. So Hicks with the first goal for Darley, and with a 3-1 lead. Corley continuing to go with that low ball. Ooh. Friendly fire. You like to see. Don't mind that. Just means both your players are going for the ball. Long ball. McCartan by herself. Lovely feed. Got that front position on Elliott. Salmon has. Drops that fourth goal in for the quarter. Have a look at their setup. Going wide. So with a wide, most probably out to the shooter, which has just occurred. A contact call on the hand. Now drop back and have a one-on-one on Salmon, leaving Douglas free. Just try and see what the whole position will be. Nice little pirouette there by Douglas. Bounces in and out. Just need to crest that ball in. Copy Douglas with her first goal on the board. Darley centre. Church letting Monique, they'll have a little bit of space there too. So need to decide whether they're going to play one-on-one or they're going to float back and play a split ring, which appears to be happening at the moment. Nagel might just have too much space. I know that Hicks is the key player that they believe they need to shut down. However, a good goal attack can do some damage if you're going to put too much time into the shooter. Obstruction call. Hicks on the board for a second goal. So it's a 5-2 lead to North Ballarat. This feels like it's dropped about 3 degrees here with the rain coming in. So North Ballarat not gaining too much depth on their second phase. There really is no second phase. It's a lateral pass. So they need to look to trying to get some depth. So they can't get that ball to the past the shoulder, maybe pop to the body and come back up. Oh, Blackman, great intercept. Bad luck. Super fit, Shannon Blackman. It's been a past player at Casey Demons and now moved over there in BFNL and is playing at MU Lightning and having a great season. The season just passed. Hanging on to that ball. Just some stuff. Great defence by Darley. Contact call on Douglas. She actually just pushed back into the player when she had her space. Just moving the ball down the court. Nice and steady from Darley. They're not panicking. Great ball movement. Nagel over to Hicks for their first break of the centre for the game. Chris Stanley back into the centre. Nice strong drive from McCormack. She just didn't pull out of the drive, which is what you like to see. Quick 1-2. Need to play that ball around. Oh, Nagel with a push on Church then, but umpire didn't see that. Really coming down quite heavily now. Markovic with the penalty against Douglas, an obstruction call. Hutchison really riding McCormack there, trying to push her to the side as much as possible and starve the space that she can feed that ball into. Nagel's first goal for the game, and we're back to a 1-point lead. So North Ballarat City still finding it hard to find that second phase. We've got 5 minutes left of this quarter. Contact call. Both of these teams have played together for a long time. The majority of these of the Darley girls are from Ruperswood, where their coach Di McCormack has coached there for a few years before making the move over to Darley, and just added some extra grunt and venom to the competition. They've come in with building nicely. And North Ballarat City, extremely experienced and played together for a long, long time. Really, the addition of Patch is the only one this season that's been a little bit different. And as I said, what an asset she is to have in your team. So having to force to go backwards. Darley there, they just couldn't find the passage to the post. Go back, and we had an offside call. So the ball has to be kept really, really short here. In these types of conditions, you just can't play that long game. McCormack doing some great defensive work there on Douglas, trying to keep the ball away from her. So Douglas there. Blackman just reaching over. So that's in Douglas's range, but she chose to pass out again. But just a nice little pop over the top. Maddie Salmon just holding her body nicely in that right angle where that ball could be dropped into. It's really coming down now. So better second phase. A nice entry in. Just the benefits of having that defence, that depth into the pocket. That was missing beforehand from the start of the game. Just that backwards passes lets the defensive team set up. Stanley looking around for some options, had to go back, but got the obstruction call from McCartan. Yeah, great, what, unfortunately went out of court, but great shooter-to-shooter passing there. Just the slipperiness of the ball might have resulted in that coming out of court. Nagel going to the right option, the first option, but McCartan was on ball side. Nagel with a very unusual shot, nearly a jump shot for basketball. Starts very low, so defenders just need to get their hand over that ball to take that shooting option away from her. Hicks just drops her first goal in. Fourth goal for the season. North Ballarat with the centre pass. Just a holding call. Brody Hutchison. Lovely weighted pass from Douglas to Selman. They really have a great relationship. Great shooter-to-shooter passing there. And Selman just recognising the torrid wind that's just seems to have popped up out of nowhere as well. So which side the ball needs to be shot at, because it's going to be very difficult to get some goals in, I think, here. We've seen that in the first two football games. They're quite low scoring. Not a day for shooters, unfortunately. So Nagel will look out, not within a distance. It's a little bit of undisciplined play by both teams with the obstruction and the hands across the body of the player. Georgia Cassius just really has that front petition on Hicks. Bit of some interaction by the boys, as long as it's not happening when the girls are shooting, that's okay. Nice little give and go drive through there, nice triangle set up. Great hands by Markovic then. And the rains are eased up a little bit now. Still court's going to be very, very wet. So 9-6. There we go, and that's the end of the first quarter. So 9-6 quarter. See Ballarat take out a 3-goal lead. Still, for the type of conditions, it's still pretty good scoring, really. Looks like we've made a change here. Kelly Smith. Has come on in replace of Emma Church for North Ballarat City. A bit taller, I think, than Emma Church, so it'll be interesting to see the difference there. Monique Nagel had a great first quarter and was really that playmaker for Darley alongside with McCormack. North Ballarat, their backwards play, they're missing the easy pass into the circle. Selman with the first goal ball, so really need to get the hips and shoulders down so they can see all of the court, not just what's lateral or backwards. They need to see into it, because the name of the game is to get that ball into the circle. And with looking backwards, that's not happening. Getting that ball on circle edge with those feet. Nice 1-2 from Douglas and Matthews. Just pops out. Someone finishes it up, cleaning up. Great hands over pressure. So there's no contested ball there. Still, North Ballarat City is still going with the double team, which exposes Nagel at the post, which works when she misses that shot. But if Nagel gets her eyes in, that's going to be really costly for North Ballarat City. So they've got that turnover. Contact call. She's a little bit close. I think they've called the obstruction prior to the contact. Oh, great hands by Elliott, but just seemed to fall into Douglas' hand. A big smile. They know that one was pretty fluky, to be honest, but it got there. Doesn't matter how it gets there, as long as it gets there. See, they're set up again. So break there, but advantage called. Still that lateral passes. They can't get the depth that they need, and they need to just go back into the triangle. Great call there, because Matthews did come in. She let in with her back and caused the contact. So just slipped out of Markovic's hands there. So possession back in North Ballarat City's hands. Great weighted pass there to Douglas. Nice and strong. Markovic just committed a little bit early, allowing that perfect pass to get over the top. Wasn't on circle edge, which we like, but it got there. This is a really exciting battle between McCormack and Hutchison. Great to see Bridie Hutchison getting her first BFNL gig for 223 with aerials, so that's really exciting for her. Rebecca Hicks with the penalty under the ring. Darley put their first goal on board, so currently it's 13-7 with North Ballarat City leading. Douglas out by itself, so they've decided to drop back and play a split ring. Just the movement, that's what breaks open a split ring, if you can actually just get that movement going. Making the defenders decide where they're going to go, make them go to a body, but they got the turnover, so it worked. And it's just the pressure that they can build and build and build. Like the wet conditions is making it very, very messy. Just the feed not ideal then. She had a lot of backspace. A lot of backspace, but just wasn't positioned. But Hicks is strong enough to get that ball, which she has done. So a couple of uncontested balls, 2 uncontested balls in a row, 3, 4, and 5. 5 uncontested ball. So North Ballarat City really need to tighten up on that defensive pressure that they're applying. That's just far too easy to get a ball up like that. Which resulted in Hicks with an easy goal. So 13-9. Wide centre pass. 5 minutes have gone into this quarter. We've got 10 minutes remaining. Blackman with good hands. Douglas out on the extension. Let's see what they do. Pop it there. That's what Douglas does so well. She holds the space and then just turns and pops. Pardon the pun, Poppy Douglas. Sun's out here now at Mars Stadium, would you believe? Great intercept ball then by McCartan, but just couldn't pull that in. Rebounded back. Oh, Hicks very smart then. She knew, like, she lost control of it. She knew she picked it up. She tried to protect it. Very smart player, but just resulted in a turnover, unfortunately. Ooh. Maybe a footwork call there, but I think not in the right position. But got back. Ball just moving around. Don't think Darley were quite happy that position, that step wasn't called. However, they got the ball back. Out to Nagle wide. Hutchison with great hands there. Just spilled it over the back line. Nagle with her first goal of the second term. 14-10. Sun shining, would you believe now? And we've got a rainbow that's appeared over the court, so hopefully that's the last of the rain. Fingers crossed. Salmon has got such a large spread where she just takes up so much room. Those long legs have been able to just take up room and let her back to take up space. Hicks with a nice pop out, a bit far out for her. She's got the 2-on-1 again. Smith with nice hands there, but just a bit close to the body. Hicks just stopping that ball in its tracks then. Oh, air ball. Just the pressure that Patch is applying to Hicks. Contact on the ball there. Ball will come back and Hicks will get another go at it. Doesn't count against the stats if there's a contact call on it, so Hicks down to 4th for the season, for the quarter. North Ballarat winning this quarter by 1 at the moment in their centre pass. So nice set play there. a split. They're reading off for a split lead. Bit of a falcon there. First one for the game. That's a little bit more for a wet ball. Blackman, I think it was an obstruction call. Someone with a lovely hold, really strong underneath, really cemented her hips and shoulders there and said, give me that ball, demanding that ball, which you want to see from your goal shooters. Stanley in the centre. Super fit, Prue Stanley. Just that ball placement. Ball came from the hip rather than the shoulder, which resulted in the pass just losing a bit of direction and traction. Ball put on there. Great pass from Douglas. Just shows the relationship that Salmon and Douglas have together. They know where the feed is. The ball was perfectly weighted. So the North boys very loud. Oh, my apologies, I thought it was the Darley boys before. Everyone's in black and white here. So coming off an under 19s victory, the North Ballarat boys, so they'd be very happy. Contact call by Elliott. Nice flick over. Salmon again starting to really take control with 5 minutes left. It's 18-11, so North sneaking away a little bit in this quarter. I see Mel Taylor here from Netba Victoria having a look at the game today. Not sure if Hicks has been used effectively as possible, but Patch's part is really closing her down a little bit. Might be an idea that she maybe leads out of the ring a little bit and opening up that ball for Nagel to drive into so she can get her hands on more of the ball.
It's a long order, isn't it?
So that's a better second effort, better second phase. Douglas close enough to ring to shoot though, which he will do right now. Darley centre, so loading on one side of the court. And that's the danger, that when you go wide on a centre pass, that if someone does get a hand, it's out. It's always, I think, nice to take that ball in that centre channel. Making Darley pay for that missed pass. So long pass. North are starting to feel like they can pass that ball around. A beautiful ball movement there, particularly in the wet weather. Despite good sportsmanship between Matthews and Blackman. Matthews falling on top of Blackman, but lifting her up. Nagel's gone out of the game a little bit this quarter. She's at the post now. There, we said Rick's getting Hicks to come out of the circle. She's now back in. Patches are really negating her today. Lateral pass. Low ball. Nearly a turnover. Jenna McCartan with a lovely intercept. 1-2 down the court with her sister. And there's that pass once again. Now that's about the third time in a row that pass has gone in from Salmon, from Douglas. So I was expecting that Di McCormack would have identified that and needs to try and stop that pass from happening. So it's more hands over pressure on the ball from Douglas. There it is again, 4 in a row. And that's been really costly, those 4 passes in a row then. That really needs to be stopped. If it's there, you can see it's happening. Having to go back. Douglas with the intercept. Great ball control there by Matthews. Again, really great goaler-to-goaler action there. So, really a bit of a lull there. Not sure what was happening there. It just a bit of slow motion, and Matthews just needed to jump maybe for the ball, and Douglas got a tip to it and then back onto Matthews' hands and force the ball out of court. So we're seeing again that double team opening up Nagel for that sweep in and forcing her to go to the post, which she successfully has done. Breaking North Ballarat centre, so 24-13, 11-goal lead. We've got an injury sub here. Slopes coming on, that is. Shannon Blackman going into centre, which I think is a really good move actually. I think Shannon Blackman is a real workhorse, super fit, and will be able to run with Matthews. I think a little bit better of a matchup, just even body size. We know how physical McCartan can be. Sorry, not Matthews. McCartan can be. So I think that's a really good move. Just reaching over the shoulder, just wrong arm from Tilly. Just the wrong arm coming around. Just needs to get her feet around a little bit more and find that space. And there we go. We've got a penalty pass or shot. And someone drops that goal. So a really great quarter by North Ballarat City, which see them pull away. So we have a 25-14 goal lead to North Ballarat City. Ball slippery. Girls will be starting to feel the cold now. Their toes will be really cold. Wet shoes, wet socks, wet uniforms, wet hair. Darley centre. And off we go. Hicks with the first centre. Lateral pass. We just need to get some depth, Darley. Or a little bit of a height mismatch there. Hicks is going to get that off Matthews. So McCartan. So Gina just pushing into Alice McCormick. Nice hold by Baldry then. Di McCormick just saying to Keely Baldry, just keep your eyes up. Georgette Pass can read that ball coming in very, very well. Back to Hutchison. So it's pretty obvious that North Ballarat's game plan is to get that ball to Salmon underneath the post. So there's no circle edge feeds. They're getting that. They're feeding that ball from mid-court or high in the centre third, in the goal third, sorry. So Darley need to put some hands over pressure. Try and get that ball up really high so their defenders can try and take an intercept. Working that ball in. Douglas there was cutting off. Douglas was cutting the baseline, but they decided to go back. Really need to get their vision right in there. Look into the goal ring. When you're that close to circle edge, you need to look into the ring. Salmon just opening up. I think that might have been a replay call. Just missed that one with the umpire in front of me. Contact call. McCartan just ringing out the dress. Blackman just starting to find some space. McCartan going up for the pass. Maybe just don't worry about what the umpire's doing. Just play Play the game. Play the ball. Baldry with her second one on it. So just mixing it up a little bit. Just giving them a different target to work towards. Seems to be working so far. So both the wing attack and the goal attack are really high in the goal third. Sorry, in the centre third, which means there was no one home to help them out. So that was really good defensive pressure then from Darley. This ball getting a little bit greasy at the moment. Maddie Salmon again, just holding that space beautifully, and the feed's into her a little bit behind that high, but pretty perfect to her every single time. Holding against McCartan, taking up McCormack's space, a causing call, so Hicks out of the circle. Baldry holding lovely space and finding the back space quite easily then. Had a good impact since she's come onto the court.
Go time!
Lopes with a contact call. Switching play. Better defensive pressure there by Darley. Oh, nasty injury here, we think, to Gina McCartan, who's fallen down heavily on that shoulder by the looks of it. She's quite distressed. Trainer coming on. Time's held.
What do we do if there's a second game?
I hope it's not too bad of an injury, but she seemed quite distressed with her shoulder. Let's hope it's just a stinger. Hicks just walked off the court then. Not supposed to go off the court, but we'll see. That's okay. See how she goes. She's up. Let's just hope that's not dislocated or anything like that, and it's just a hard fall and she can recover and come back onto the court. So we've got Hutchison, who's dropped into that centre position. Kelly Smith onto goal defence. Emma Church into wing defence. And off we go again. Salmon finding that front position, that position to the side, I should say, where they've just popped that ball over. So I think what Darley will need to do is maybe start to move around more on their toes and on their feet and get around and really create some confusion into the space. At the moment, it just seems to be really obvious what the pass is going to be. So move feet, get around there, and make the feeders think about where that ball needs to go, and maybe they cause an error. Baldry's doing a great job since she's come on. Just downed another goal. Sun's still shining here, North Ballarat City. It's better second phase then, but it's just breaking down again where they're going. They're just really not making any space at all. So there's a whole vast side of the fat side of the court available, and they're just not using it. North Ballarat City then seems to be going to the commentary side of the court. So just need to look at that court balance. Can't get out, get back out, drive out into the other channel and then drive back into it. West McCormick. Baldry again, finding a really good line into her. With an air ball there, but I think Patch might have got her hand to it. been a real effective move. So at the moment, it's a 28-19 game. So it's still a 9-goal lead to North Ballarat City. Catch just needs to get around her. She's just not been able to get her feet around her so much, and Hicks drops one in. Six to 3-goal quarter so far. And are we seeing the resurgence here of Darley making a big comeback here?
Eliza Bennett is still off.
Let's see if we can get an update on McCartan's shoulder. She's still there in a little bit of distress. Back to a 7-goal game. Church getting some good hands to it. Kelly Smith just letting Hicks come out and take that easy pass. Well, she's going to sag back, what she's not doing. She's in no man's land. There's another pass. Beautiful.
Goal shooter.
First miss for the game for Baldry. Dangerous pass back into the goal. Circle, we always like to get it out because if it does get a turnover, a penalty in there, it's a shot at goal. Just really starving of any forward action. So Douglas having to come a bit further down the court. Hutchison to Matthews, that's a bit better. So Salmon just caught out of play a little bit. Most probably didn't need to come out of the ring. She just needs to stay in there and let the attackers bring the ball to her. So 2-on-1. Douglas a really high shot then. Really technically correct with that upside down J. First goal for the quarter. Matthews urging her players on. Oh, lovely by Hutchison. Really quick hands there. Getting that ball to Salmon. Hicks out. Looking for somewhere to go. Douglas just a little bit close. And it's that hands over pressure. Still, you're seeing both teams not looking into... Oh, pass. There we go. That's that quick feet, getting that ball around lovely and just getting a hand to it. Just to tap to it. McCormick not happy. Oh. Caution for language, I think, there from McCormack. Sarah Arrowsmith just letting you know that that's not acceptable in our game. Just a bit of frustration creeping in there. Back to Douglas. Contact call. Another caution to Blackman. So 2 cautions in a matter of 30 seconds for Darley. Ball just riding it out for someone. I think that might be even her first miss for the game. That slippery ball. That's to Elliott. No goalers team confident to take that longer shot still, or from both teams just want to work that ball closer to the post, which is understandable on a day like this with the wind quite swirly as well. Has died down a little bit from the start of the game. Oh, touch moved off then. Oh, Lope's got a great hand to that, and it went down to Georgette Pass, who just got a contact call on her from Baldry. Douglas just half a step off that. If she had been most probably half a step quicker or bigger, she might have got that, because she was running most probably running her own line to the ball. Running the defender's line to the ball. She had to run her own line, she might have got that. But it was a great effort. So there's that nice circle edge feed. Salmon just stealing some space away from nowhere. Popping another ball in. Yeah, that's better. Nice depth there. And then just Georgette Pat decided we're going to go for it. If you're going to have a go at it, have a go for it. She can't be half-hearted on those ones. She was sort of tossing up whether she should go or not. It's goalkeeper's bread and butter to have a go at those balls, but just make sure you can get them. Darley's defensive pressure still has really increased this quarter. And just really confusing their hands, really causing some confusion and some havoc down there in the ring. It's a nice little pop ball. Over to Salmon again. Hicks lovely hold of the ball then. Nice little fake. Well done by Achilles Smith. Bad luck, just was a half a second late and took up the space from Hicks, but it was a great contest. Patch just leaning then. Maybe if she had a set up right, she most probably would have got that ball, but just leaned into Baldry, causing the contact. Hicks for another goal. Baldry has come on and made an impact, I think, for North Ballarat City. Just a different change and made, well done by Markovic then, just changing it up. But yeah, Baldry's come on and just caused North Ballarat to think about changing their defence. It's something different that they haven't had to deal with. But yeah, she put her arm out there. Yeah, so the arm was definitely across her body. I was probably unjustly booed then, but just working that ball down. There's that long ball to Salmon. But Markovic is getting a contest to it. She's making it a contest, and it's not. The pass needs to be a little bit better because it's not being as clean the last few times. So there we go. Douglas opens up. Just a change of what North Ballarat City have done. Salmon's run out, and I think the focus has been on Salmon running out, and it gave Douglas that nice strong drive into the post for an easy goal. Nice drive into the pocket from Blackman. Achilles Smith trying to get that, but Hicks just too strong. She knows she's going to go down. Pass, great hands there by Georgette Pask. Great work by McCormack. A little bit of undisciplined play starting to creep in the game from both teams every now and then. Contact call from Lopes. Again, there's that same pass every single time. Replay ball. So turnover. Not too many options. Had to go lateral. And another lateral pass. Just okay. Just so they get set up. But it just gives North Ballarat City the opportunity to set up their defence. And there we have it at three-quarter time. Darley had a bit of a resurgence. I think that bringing Keely Baudry on made a difference and some changes, but it's still an 11-goal game, 35-24. Big ask for Darley. But still putting in a great effort. Just have a quick listen to what Di's going to say. Just having a chat about discipline. North Ballarat. Just having a look at their huddle. They seem really excited. Just Stacey Matthews there really encouraging the team to keep going.
Exactly the same, 10-11.
Not sure Gina McCartan has got her top on and holding her arm, so I doubt we will see her for the rest of the game. But she's got a laugh and a smile on her face, so let's hope that she's not in too much pain. She looks good. Just having a chat there to Emma Church. Got the squeegees out. Trying to dry the cord off a bit.
They'd be very funny. They'd be very funny.
Oh, I bet they will.
So Di just imploring her girls, you've got 15 minutes left. Yeah, she's just urging her players to get their hands over the ball to create and get in front of the player and hold. Because she's saying if they get that hold on as well, that ball's going to go to them every time. She's just asking them to play their brand of netball. Let's see what they can bring. Going to the last 15 minutes of the Ballarat Football Netball League McDonald's A-grade competition. The last 15 minutes of our first full season for nearly 3 years. Having a COVID ravaged last couple of years with no finals played. It's great to see netball back in our league. And hoping to have a full complement of players across the league next year, with hopefully Sunbury and Melton putting teams into A grade as well, which would be great for the competition. And we're off in the last 15 minutes. Hutchison with a nice drive, much stronger. Beautiful weighted pass too. To Salmon underneath the post. Hutchison not really chasing that ball. A bit early maybe to be looking at the clock. Not sure if she's doing that, but she might be just a little bit tired. Wide pass to McCormick, who looks down the court. Kelly Baudry with the one-handed take. Holds her space really well there too. Nice and strong. Patch just chases every single ball, regardless. 3-second call. And that's just the mix-up with Smith, the difference in the not doing the hang, doing the 1-2-3 at it, making some doubt over the shot, which resulted in a 3-second call. So Douglas holding front space, so the opposite roll attached. But great work by Elliott there to snatch that ball back. McCartan doing Matthews doing some great work off the ball there to starve the pass. Got turned over, then back again. So hands over pressure. Into the pocket. Keely just holding. Nice and strong there. Hicks, great effort then just to tap that ball back. Georgette just copping one in the eye accidentally. No intent in that at all. He's okay. Just a cold, wet ball. So Hutchison is, the last couple of passes has really created some depth into those pockets. Just quick shooter-to-shooter action down there. And Salmon with her second for the quarter. Better movement, better patience by the Darley team. Just working that ball around. Hicks with the miss. And a contact call, I believe. It's just acknowledging where that pass needs to be taken. Game seems to be a little bit of a lull at the moment. Beautiful play there, beautiful read there by Douglas to come in and find that entry when the space was left, with the Darley defenders concentrating on where Salmon was going, and Douglas is far too dangerous a player to let her loose in the circle like that. Douglas just needs to take a shot on that. So great work by the defenders. They were onto that pass. Close it down. Yeah, nice transition by them. That's probably one of Darley's better passages of play today. To Kelly Baudry. Smith most probably needs to get ball side. Hicks really protecting that space with her body. Baudry drops another one in. That's her third for the quarter. That's just been told to return the ball. Hutchison unaware, but doing a little bit of niggle in this game, which is most probably not necessary. Just trying to get the ball. I think the girls just need to give the ball back. Just umpire just setting the play, saying that's enough. Really, some unnecessary behaviour that's going on out there. Don't know really where it came from. Came out of nowhere. So Baudry starting off this quarter quite nicely to 38-28, so it's back to 10 goals. Not impossible, but it's a big ask, but not impossible. So Hicks coming out of that goal attack just starves her from that position. Oh, ball stuck in the ring. There we go. Time's stopped. We're back on. Great work by Matthews then. Saw that she was running out of space, dropped the ball over to the back. Intensity's lifted up a little bit now. So it's getting into the last quarter, and this is do or die. There's nothing left. Darley have to give it her all, and they are. Great work by the defenders, getting on ball side and making a real contest of it, of every single ball. Hutchison drove around really well then and didn't pull off that drive, which we see sometimes happening when someone's trying to get around. They'll just stop and pop, but she didn't. Oh, Markovic Bassos had a great try at that ball. It's a great ring, defensive ring down there with those two young girls. I think Darley have got a really great future ahead of them if they can keep these girls together. Really strong defensive move. Chant goes up from North. Baudry in that front position. Oh, just gone off, and Patch just taps that ball back to Smith. Lopes comes off. That's Ali Martin who's came on. Great ball. Great vision, great ball. The only thing I would say is she was close enough to shoot that, Selman. She's been on fire today underneath the post, so shoot those balls. That's why you're a shooter, you shoot them.
Oh, goal attack, penalty.
So Douglas underneath. For another North goal. So 40 to 29, back to 11 goal margin. Oh, that ball's just gone. A little bit too much on it over the baseline. And there's that trademark pass that we've seen so much today to Salmon underneath the post. Nice take by McCormack into the pocket to Blackman. Chile all or nothing now. Hicks needs to take those shots. So 41 to 30.
Wonderful work, North. Good day.
Nice into the pocket. Just Douglas coming in and sweeping in front of Salmon would most probably be pulled out and find the space over to the far side of the court and to let that ball open up for Salmon, but it didn't matter, it went through. Well, Patch thought about it. Was half-hearted on it, and it's let Baudry exposed at the post. Good defensive work by Darley, getting a turnover on the centre pass, which is a really hard thing to do. So well done by them. They're continuing to work hard in defence to try and get some ball back. McCormick holding that front space. And the Church. Nice intercept. It's resulting in a contact call from Hicks. Nice down the line play. Someone just getting along a little bit easier. We just need to block that pass off. So just the defenders opening up the base a little bit more and stop her being able to sweep in front. The long ball going to Baudry. Contest ball. And over the back line to North. And North really have been the form side this year. As I said earlier, only losing one game for the season. Have led, a nice intercept by McCormack, has led in goals scored for the season and have conceded the least amount of goals as well. So they have been the strongest form team. Darley have done a great job to get into a final from 4th place this season and have got lots to build on. There's 5 minutes left. We see Salmon drop another ball in. Another goal through the ring. But yeah, they've been the young form team of the year. So just a bit of frustration coming in, and the girls know, Darley girls know where they want the ball. It's just not happening, and that's because of the pressure that Darley have created. That North Ballarat City have created. They're just their hands over pressure and getting on ball side and really just pressuring those passes constantly. Now 3 shots in a row to Salmon. It's gone over the edge. The wind just seems to have popped up again. It looks like we might get another little bit of rain to finish off the game with. Let's hope we can get through the presentations. Ooh, nice short pass there, but it must have been enough room for the players to move between. Ali Martin come across, got a hand to it, but just on the hand of Matthews. Nice little feed. Douglas has finished it off with a lovely rock back goal there. Obstruction call. McCormick coming a little bit more exposed to the ball, which has made a bit of a difference when Haylis can get her hands on it. She can work that ball in this last quarter.
We never had that when we were kids. Never had scoreboards. Never had that.
Hutchins played a nice game there, or just a wayward pass then from Douglas over the baseline. So just nicely Hicks coming through that gateway. Darley just running some clubs in, so Monique Nagel comes back onto the court in the goal shooter position. So Shannon Macklin go into the wing attack position and Pris Stanley back into the centre court position. Only a couple of minutes left now. Let's see, North Ballarat crowned the 2022 premiers in the McDonald's BFNL+A grade netball competition for 2022. And it has been an entertaining game. And Darley have never given up. Oh. Douglas hitting the wet ground. Obstruction call, I think that was. Someone drops another. Veteran Stanley with the centre to Blackman, back to Stanley. Contact call on Smith, and Smith done a really good job in that goal defence position. Has limited Hicks's impact that she's had on the game. We know what an awesome player Hicks is, but she's just really limited it. And what a pass then by Matthews to Salmon. Just a shame that couldn't be finished off, but Maddie's with a wry smile on her face. She knows she should have taken that one.
30 seconds, Kim.
But in the scheme of things, it's really not going to matter. So Douglas with a footwear call. Not Douglas, sorry. Stanley with a footwear call. Just with that slip. Oh, that's a dangerous pass in these wet weather conditions. And there we have it. The 2022 Premiership goes to North Ballarat City over Darley. Final scores: 47-34. And what a really fantastic game from North Ballarat City. They dominated from the get-go. And I'm sure they'll enjoy the celebrations tonight. Annie McCartan has pulled off another great season. And congratulations to North Ballarat City. Well done to Darley on a great season as well. And I'm sure they'll be back bigger and better next year with trying to take that premiership out.
North Girls Focus is going to move over towards the presentation area, please. thank you to Eloise Fox and Sarah Arrowsmith for umpiring today. Both umpires have chosen a best on for the match, and we'd like to award best on to Maddie Selman today. Now, if I could please call Di McCormack up to say a few words.
Maddie, that was so well deserved. You were outstanding today. Congratulations. Well done. Annie, well done. Your teams are amazing. They fight for everything. They are a class unit, and hopefully I'll get back to them next year and take you all on again. That'll be a better result for us. To Gemma and the league, thank you for everything you do. It's fantastic, and you know we wouldn't be here if you don't do all that work. So we love you. Thank you very much. Umpires, thanks for today. To my lot, well, it's 30 years in the making for us. It's our first real season because we've had a half a broken season and then we got this season. So if we can do this in one, imagine what we can do in the next few years. Stay strong, stay proud, and Tani, well done on your 200 games. Get in here, playing your final. If anything today, I thought you were awesome when you were on. So well done. To all the administrators and everyone in our club, you make it a family, you make us want to play, and you make us want to be better. So thank you for everything. And congratulations, North Ballarat. Well done.
Thank you. And Annie, if you'd like to come forward and say a few words, please.
Thanks, love. Di, well done to you and your girls. What an achievement, 30 years in the making, and to get to your grand final today. And well done to all of you, and it really made us work hard, and it's a credit to you all, so thank you very much. My girls, I'm just so proud, so proud. Look what you've done today, eh? And it happens to be a three-peat for North today, so that's wonderful. The beautiful supporters, thank you so much. It was just incredible, the support. To all the families and all that were all behind us all, thank you so much. To Jen and the league, thank you. To our sponsors, Macca's and all of those, thank you. To our umpires, thank you very much as well. What else can I say? That it's going to be a bloody good night tonight. Thanks, everyone.
Now we've got Kim Bailey here from Netball Australia today, who's going to present the Premiership medals and the Premiership Cup. So we'll just call the players forward. Bridie Hutchinson, Eliza Bennett, Emma Church, Georgette Patch, Gina McCartan, Keely Smith, Maddie Selman, Poppy Douglas, Stacey Matthews, and Annie McCartan. And Kim, if you'd just like to present the Premiership Cup to North Ballarat, congrats on the win, girls. Well done.